Talkback episode. This is where we get to talk with chat, get to reflect on the episode that we have just done. I can't promise that we're going to do this every single time, depending on the time, but because we had extra time today after our premiere, this is when we're going to be able to have the talk back. This is when we get to talk about what we liked, what we are looking forward to next. Since this is the first episode, there's a lot to unpack here. With me, I have Stupid Saint, Artie, who plays Alice Good.
Hey.
We have One Hellish Step, Jordan, who plays Elsie Adder. We have
Hello.
A Reclusive God, or The Reclusive God on Twitch,
Yes, sir.
Dev, who plays Sheriff Bishop. And we have do you want your Twitter ad out there, Mari?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. It's Soy La Chiquita, but the law has an I in it. So good luck trying to get that one. Mari, who plays Soche Salazar. This is the talk back. This is where we get to kind of just answer chat's questions about anything. This is where we get to kind of just record what we thought about it and everything, and kind of like I want to save these because I want to be able to look back and see what we thought about each session and how we think about this campaign afterwards. But yeah, we were so nervous at the beginning of this, right? Like
yeah. Hands shaking. Hands shaking. All right.
Like, I knew we were gonna kill it, but I was just like, oh man, first time, I don't know who's gonna be.
I was a little concerned. I was like, oh man, this is this is
it. This is happening.
This is happening. I was like, I have to make sure
I'll tell you,
my
bro,
words
as
are
soon
correct.
as Bailey started talking again, I was like, oh, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, he's gonna make everyone see Bailey bully me. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, you getting bullied by a kid.
Thanks, Caitlin.
I can't wait till you get bullied by a kid.
Luckily,
nah, I'm gonna put that kid in her place.
Luckily, we did 2 chemistry test sessions before this. One, what was it, last week? And then was it last week?
It was last week.
It didn't feel like it was last week, but it was last week. It felt like so much longer. Yeah. And then we also had one on Sunday where we kind of did just like, I don't know, like sketches. I don't know how else to say it. They're like improv, just like things that could have been canon, but I ended up just kind of scratching it and just being like, whatever, not a big deal. But we did a lot of like chemistry tests to kind of get a feel of our characters and a feel of the world, and I think it helped a lot. I think it helped a lot to kind of get us like feel comfortable into this one.
For sure. And he was like, yeah, I'm retconning all of that like 2 minutes, 3 minutes before he went live. And I was like, okay, let's go. Okay.
So for anyone who's unfamiliar with my DM style, is that I plan very little. And basically I woke up today, I went to sleep yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna wake up at like 9 a.m. and I'm just gonna spend the whole day. I'm not gonna go live for any like gaming streaming. I'm just gonna spend the whole day planning for what I need to do tonight, do all the graphics that I need to do the layouts that I need to do, make sure that like the Roll20 page is all ready. And then I woke up at noon, so I was already behind 3 hours. And then after waking up at noon, I was like, I gotta eat something first. Let me eat something, then I'll get started. I eat something, I have like a little snack. It's like 1 p.m. now, 2 p.m. And then my father comes in and says, hey, the Volvo, which is the car that I drive, he's like, so I took in the car a few days ago to make sure like the alignment's all right, and then on my way there a hose popped.
Oh no.
And so the hose popped, and what ended up happening was that the AC just is completely kaput in the car. It's just done. And the mechanic was like, yeah, I can fix it for $900. which is a hefty amount. And
Why
not
would
only
you Google
that
a
is
YouTube video?
we've put a lot. I know the whole AC is just completely like it's gone. It is gone. But basically we put away a lot of money into the car, and at a certain point we just kind of have to like cut the cord. So we were like, all right, we sold the car, and basically I had to go and clean out everything that I own inside the car and take care of that. So by the time I got home, it was like 6 p.m. I had to eat dinner, and then after I was done eating dinner, I was watching a video, and I watched like some science YouTube video about 1 trillion lions versus the sun.
Bro,
but like the full science one where it basically gets to the point of like the lions beat the sun if you can compress enough lions to make a black hole that will have enough gravitational pull to rip apart the sun. That is the only way the lions beat it.
I told you, the lions will win.
And so by the time I was done all that, I was like, oh shoot, I had like an hour left.
And I have a session tonight.
Lions in the Sun video.
And the Lions in the Sun wasn't 2 hours, but I mean, like once you start that, then you're just like watching like all of these other YouTube videos about dumb scientific measurements. So
you get stuck in the black hole.
Yeah, you get stuck in the lion black hole. And at like 9 o'clock, 30 minutes before we go live, I get into the Discord so that we can all do like our mic checks, we can all get situated, get all nerves out, do a touch bases. 15 minutes in, Ari joins and she's like, I made a card dealer, but
I don't know anything about cards.
I need to know a card game that's not Go Fish.
Not Fish?
So,
is this how you guys asked me if I knew poker?
Yeah. So what we spent the next like 10 minutes on was just doing a quick like crash course on how to play blackjack. Because like there was no way we were gonna learn poker in 15 minutes in order to do it properly. So we went through blackjack in the next 10 minutes, and then I was like, 10 minutes were done. We were like 5-10 minutes away from going live. I was like, I gotta make sure I have my water, make sure I'm hydrated while I'm since I'm gonna be talking so much. So I go downstairs, and while I'm walking up the steps, I'm like, yeah, I don't think those chemistry sessions are they don't fit the timeline I have in my head, and it's not gonna make sense for the premiere. So I sit down, I go, all right guys, you guys ready to go? Also, I've made the executive decision. The 2 chemistry tests that we had, the 2 practice sessions that we had last week, yeah, they're just not a thing. I might reference some things, but for the most part, just act like they haven't happened in canon.
Like what didn't happen?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'm enjoying my Slurpee.
Oh, what flavor?
Coke and blueberry.
Interesting combination.
So like,
Wait,
I'm gonna go ahead and say Bailey is gonna be probably my favorite character other than myself.
Because
Bailey is gonna be my favorite character in this entire campaign. Like,
I really enjoyed
Bailey.
Bailey was there at the beginning during our chemistry test sessions, and she was just so easy to play. Like all I knew going to the chemistry session was like, I'm gonna have this 10-year-old girl who has dirt freckles, and she's just gonna be just a huge pain in the ass, and that was it. Like I was just like, I don't know what else to do with this.
He's like, I told Sheriff Bishop to shove it. I'm like, oh my god.
Disrespectful.
I was so like basically what I had in my start, I was like, I had all your spotlights in mind, and it was basically just like where you guys are starting. So like for Socha, I was like, start at the outside of town. Alice, start in the fool's house. Bishop, start at the sheriff's. Elsie, start in the burlap sack. And those are all
not even a location
for tonight's session. Yeah, like I just knew that's where I was gonna locate you guys, and I was gonna just somehow make it. Yeah, I was just gonna somehow make it. Hopefully.
Is the sack smelly?
Is the sack smelly? I mean, I don't know. Are you smelly?
Damn.
I mean, I would hope not, but realistically,
hit by
probably.
Huh.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm sure smelly now.
you got the fancy mayor soaps and stuff like that.
Oh, that's true. Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe I'm not that smelly. I think I'm smelly now that I've been struck by lightning.
Just like a little toasty. Smelling fried,
Man,
exactly.
see my job integrity, man. I had to go. I went
Yeah,
into listen, I
Bishop
went
had
into
his whole
the
career
bar.
on the line. He saw the term papers right ahead.
No one
I
else
went
doing
into the
anything.
bar because I wanted to try and start something between Solche and just be like, listen, I'm gonna take your horse. And then they were like, no. The guy came in, it's like, no, just two pieces. No,
Someone
no.
comes in like saying there's a reward. All right, time to go.
It's like, hey, I don't know whose black horse this is out here, but I'm taking it. I'll see you later.
You have your own horse
What?
across the street.
He's commandeering it.
There's a
Well,
commandeer.
I got on it before he did.
What do you guys
Well, yeah, because they told me my horse is across the street.
Yeah,
what do you guys
my
think?
horse is
What
built
other
different.
notes do
I
you
don't
guys
blame
have?
you.
You said, what about what?
What other notes do you guys have? What else do you guys think? What else do you guys want to talk about in our first talk back?
Man.
I said it.
Oh, yeah, go
I
ahead.
said it before, but I'll say it again. I was assuming that I was going to be able to get away with one pair of trousers this session, but it turns out I had a plethora of trousers in my possession, and I just think that was so cool because I literally was just like, I'm only going to take this man's pants. This is going to be a dub for me. And he had made it, he immediately just took that and ran with it, and he made it canon that I just have a mural of pants from all the men
That's
who've
so
disrespected
beautiful.
me, and I have one against. And I'm just like, that's so good for her ego. Like, she's so egotistical now. Like,
You're like a
she's
General Grievous of trousers.
Yeah, it's
Like,
amazing.
Khakis, a fine
The
addition to my collection.
The trophies of disgusting men. I love it.
So are all the pants shredded? None of
Oh,
them
they're
are
all
intact?
like ripped the same way, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
They're all
And
just
the
like,
every
back is
single
all-
time,
You know,
every
like the
single time
tearaway
Frank is
pants
always
that,
like,
like, kind
I'm
of rip
sorry I
from
didn't
the
get
back?
this in one.
Yeah.
yeah, like the tearaway pants that like rip from the back. It's like the exact same. Of
Damn.
like they're all just like full like pulled and just ripped.
Good. Oh god, it's so good.
Nah, the magic really got to me, bro. Because when I found out what was like being done, when you said like the lightning struck the burlap sack, I was like, oh shit. And then like the horse, when the horse came back, you said it was the size of freaking the saloon. I was like, oh no, he didn't just do this, bro. Like I thought it was gonna be Desert Drakes at first, and then I was like, oh no,
Yeah,
this
me
is
too.
this is a mutated horse.
Nah, you guys are getting the Thunder Horse.
Thunder horse.
No horse
Okay.
that.
Okay, everyone shut up for a second. Everyone shut up for a second. I'm gonna send this to you in a group chat. Guess what Neo fucking made me just now? She literally just sent this to me. She literally just sent it. I need everybody to fucking see it. I'm gonna send it on fucking Twitter. Okay, you can keep talking, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew.
She said shut up, and then she
That was very
said
dramatic.
I'm sorry, no,
Oh,
I
man,
just wanted to
everybody
let
shut
everyone
up.
know that Neo is
Everybody
amazing.
shut up.
I just
You
need
told
everybody
us
to
to
know, and I
shut
need
up.
to timestamp that this is when I saw this beautiful thing.
Oh my god.
Since this is like the first talkback episode, how about you guys like introduce yourselves a little bit? How about kind of, I don't know, just go down the Discord name
Well, I already can't right now.
and just go like how long you've been playing D&D, what got you into it, other introductions of yourself, like who you are and stuff.
Artie first, or me first, or she? Is it?
Oh, girl, you talk first. Hold on. I think I did this wrong.
Okie dokie. All right. Well, I'm Dev. Many people on Twitter know me as Dev or a reclusive god. Let's see. I started playing D&D about a year ago, or maybe like a year and a half ago, or I don't know. Yeah, a year ago. These guys here, Matt, Artie, Jordan, they all got me into D&D initially. And so, oh wow, is that
Bro, I know,
Alex?
fucking, I'm
This
Oh,
is
look at that! I
Alex,
got the stream
queen
up. I got it on.
and the
Oh, that's so lit.
I'm
That's
moving.
so
Oh, look
lit.
at
You
that.
just did that, Neo?
Oh, that's so crazy,
Did you do that? Like,
bro.
when did you do that?
The fucking cards, too. I'm crying, bro. I'm dead.
Oh, Neo, that's so dope.
Girl, the talent. Show-stopping,
Oh my God.
spectacular,
God.
never been done before, never been seen before. Oh my
Look,
God.
if we
Did
get
it
this,
during the
I don't know.
stream.
I'm gonna have to ask you for some art because The amount
listen.
of graphics that I have for Wild Magic West is what you guys saw today, which is the first big map and the small town map, and that is all I've made for it. That's all I got working for me.
Nice.
For our
That's
any,
really
I
good.
guess for any mobile listeners who are listening to any it on, I don't know if I'm gonna put it on Spotify or something. I don't know how Spotify works.
Yes, we saw
But check
Sexy
out
Tiefling.
twitter.com/holy neotrin. That's HOLYNEOTRIN for all the art for that she does. And you can also check her out on Twitch at the same and you can see that she does some art streams. She paints some minis as well. So huge shout out to her.
I just saw Sexy Tiefling.
You just saw
I'll bring
Sexy
that up
Tiefling?
here.
Just saw it.
Oh, I can bring it here.
Wow, that's so important to me. That means so much to me. That single
and then we
piece
got
of
this
art.
little poster here.
I'm losing my mind. I'm losing it.
That's actually my second character.
Yes. Shut the fuck up, Dad.
We're coming halfway in the campaign.
Oh my god, here we go.
He's a Magic Mike type. He's got a whip. You know what I'm saying? He
Magic
works at the saloon.
Mike.
A whip, he just
He's
doesn't
a
know
new
how to
wild
hire.
Magic
use.
Mike type.
Wow, Magic Mike. He's new to the saloon, guys.
Who's next? Who's next to
I have a whip
introduce?
action.
Artie?
I don't think I finished, but
Oh, you didn't finish? Go ahead.
I just don't. I don't got too much more. I'm just me. People know who I am from Twitter.
Wait,
been
who
playing
are you?
D&D for about a year. Blase. And yeah, I'm thankful to these guys for getting me into D&D because it's like a super fun pastime, super fun. And yeah, that's it.
Artie, you want to go ahead, or you want to be last now?
I just want to acknowledge I too am waiting for Sexy Cowboy. I have not met him yet, but I will know him by the tone of his voice immediately. And I need that to happen relatively soon. So if there's a request box, I would like to put in a request, for me and Neo to put Sexy Cowboy NPC in next session.
I am working on a Discord so that you guys can keep up to Wild Magic West announcements, and also to put all this like art content all in the same place, like a little like art hub. But the Discord server's gotta take a little time because I gotta make sure that it's all fine-tuned, and also that I'll be sharing it with a few other streamers. So I want to make sure everyone's stuff is all situated before I release that, but keep an eye out for a Discord. We're gonna get that running for everyone, to all our viewers and us, to kind of interact and join in.
Yeah. In terms of like my like just general me stuff, been playing D&D for, I don't know, is it a year now? A little bit more than a year.
I think a little more than a year now.
Yeah.
I think you
very first
started in like November, I think.
Yeah. Very first campaign I was in was Jordan's campaign, and the person who introduced me to D&D was Map. So I haven't strayed very far from my D&D roots, and from my D&D friends. So I haven't been playing for a very long time, but D&D means a lot to me, and I really like doing it. I like talking about it. I like playing it. I like DMing it. And yeah, these people are really cool. I'm like very close to all of them because of D&D, I feel like. And yeah, all right. I'm gonna stop being sappy now. Okay. Someone else talk. Quickly, someone else talk.
Jordan?
Please.
I knew you were soft.
All right.
Shut the fuck up, I'll murder you right now.
Okay. My name's Wow. Sorry, I just
Wow. Nice to meet you, Wow.
Yes, I am Wow. Hello. Nice to meet you all.
It's an excellent name.
Yeah, excellent name. My name is Jordan. I started playing D&D actually a while ago. It was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. My brother Josh is big into it, and he tried a few times unsuccessfully to get me into it. And then I finally got my head on straight and really went head on in a campaign. And really enjoyed it. And then I was just poking around on Twitter for a while, and I was like, would anyone be interested if I started a campaign? And I actually got a bunch of people who were like, yeah, do it. So I got that band together and introduced, I think everyone here but Mari to D&D.
Yeah, basically.
That one's on
Pretty
me.
much.
That one's on me. I was like, try
And,
some of this cocaine. And she was like, sure.
Yeah. Here, have some of this crack. It's great. You'll never regret it.
Literally.
And I've DM'd. We started, I looked up the date. It was August 29th, 2019 is when we
Was it August? I always feel like it's like a September, October thing, but I guess that makes sense. It was like August, right?
Yeah, the very end of August. So not quite, that was 20, yeah, it was 2019. So we are almost approaching our 2-year date of when that campaign started.
That would be the 2-year date of me playing D&D.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me. Go ahead. Do you have more to say, Jordan?
No, sorry, that was it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to cut you off. That's all.
No, it's okay.
Mari.
Well, I'm Mari. I haven't really been in D&D that long. Like said, Artie brought me into D&D. I think I was just listening to Map and Artie DM Blacklight and Hex Heist for like a month or so.
I think so.
Then I think so. And then I think December. No, I had some practice runs like in November with like one of my already made characters for Blacklight. Before fully introducing her as already revamped Blacklight, and that's the only campaign I've really been in. And like I said, this is like my first campaign I've been in, like from the beginning, doing all the character one-on-one and the group little chats. And so far, yeah, I'm not regretting it. I'm having fun. I get nervous, but yeah.
I want to like make sure everybody knows that like we killed it. Like everybody sounded super confident. There was like excellent chemistry. There was excellent pacing. Like there was like little to literally no that I can remember like moments of dead silence. Like everybody was on the ball. Like it was crazy. Like everybody did really good today.
Yeah, no, I think I'll do like a little intro of myself. Is that I was the first campaign that I was part of was Jordan's campaign, that August one. And before that, I like knew D&D as like the dice game that there was a community episode for, and then later on I was a big like College Humor fan, so I owe most of my D&D like introductory interest to Dimension 20's Fantasy High. That's what like really got me into it. And then as soon as like I already knew Jordan beforehand, and as soon as Jordan was like, I'm opening up a D&D campaign for people to play, and I was like, that sounds like it. Like I was watching Fantasy High for a while, so I was like, that I'd love to try it out. I obviously had no idea what I was doing at the very beginning, and sometimes I still don't. But it's been a blast ever since, and I think we've kind of been in like the same type of play group. We've had a few campaigns. I've ran and ended my first campaign that took place from, was it like April of 2020 to January of 2021 this year. And I was like, on my second campaign, I was like, it'd be really cool if we got to share this with other people. And I'm real glad that it turned out well. I'm glad that you guys all enjoyed it. I'm glad that we all enjoyed it. I think that was like one of my biggest fears. Was I was worried that the amount of pressure that we would like put on ourselves was gonna make it too much of an effort for us. But I'm really glad that everyone like apparently had a really good time.
I can't wait to watch it back, man. Watch it back and like hear how everyone sounded, because like I know we killed it, but I just want to watch it back, get the laughs in again.
Yeah.
The kidnapping scene was hilarious.
The kidnapping was hilarious.
I'm
I
ready
had
to
to
watch
mute
this
myself
back.
for about 30 seconds because I was laughing so hard I couldn't talk.
I was muted the whole time and I was laughing the whole time.
What would you do if you were me and you had to kidnap you?
I was originally gonna make them like a proficient group of bandits, and then at like a certain point, I was like, I don't know how they're gonna win if this is a proficient group of bandits.
What you mean?
And somewhere Sheriff Bishop was just like hanging his head because she was just giving like really good advice.
She was
like,
giving them like an actual good plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Here's
an
the
actual
plan.
good plan.
Here's what we're gonna do. I was like, wait, no, you're making this harder for me. So please, I have to come get you.
Next thing you know, there'll be Elsie would have been like, you should also knock out Sheriff Bishop, you know? Make sure
Yeah.
You should totally knock him out when he gets here. I'll distract him, you guys knock him out. It's like,
Hog time.
I'm the leader of this group now. I saw somebody
I'm the
in chat
captain now.
while it was going on. I saw somebody in chat. I didn't know who it was, but they were like, "Elsie is the leader?" Question mark.
That's Amari.
It was so good. It was so good. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it too in chat. I was watching your guys' comments. This is like my only Twitch content where I don't interact with chat too much, just because since the VODs are gonna be posted and I don't have the Twitch chat running, it'd be weird if I was just like talking to something that people aren't gonna be able to see. But I deeply appreciate you guys reacting in chat. It gave me a lot of like, oh, we're doing something good here. We're doing something like that really worked, and I was like, oh, it was just so good. I'm glad that you guys you guys all tuned in and everything. Like, I'm just so glad it went well.
Look at how excited my boy is. I'm looking at you on stream now. That's just how excited you are.
It's just like, I knew that it was gonna be fun for us. I knew that we were gonna enjoy it. I was a little concerned that like the pressure of this, of like performing, would make people like nervous and not enjoy it as much. But I'm just glad that it went smoothly and I wasn't like, yeah, I have no idea what to do. I'm also glad. Well, I don't know. I can't say that I haven't knocked you guys down yet. Because
I mean, you knocked
quite
out
literally knocked us down.
I did literally knock you down. But in Hex Heist, my first campaign,
I was knocked off of my horse.
I almost did a full TPK in our first combat session.
Bro,
hit by lightning.
Oh, you know what?
Let's hope this one's more balanced.
So we'll see how this one goes.
And you know how this is something I'm kind of looking forward to too, because like you know how I am with my characters, bro. I like my characters to be broken like all the way down to like the very core.
Dev will go out of his way to put his character in some type of like emotional peril. Not even like, it's not even like a physical peril. It's not even like he's gonna do something reckless so that that he's like in danger and he almost dies. It's something where he's like, this will really hurt my character's feelings.
This will fuck me up for good. This is great.
This will emotionally scar me. Sort of thing.
Like, I'm just ready for the challenges though. Like everything that Magic is gonna bring, just like whatever else is about to happen. Because I have no idea. I have no fucking idea. Like with Hex Heist, it was like, I mean, I didn't have an idea, but it was just.
Hex Heist, you kind of like had a
we were gonna rob the place. We were gonna rob the place. Someone was gonna make that happen. You know, like we had resources. Like this one, I have no fucking idea. Literally.
Yeah, this one I'm so excited. I have so many of these. Like I have like these little like brainstorm dots of just like things that I could do. And the best thing is like while Magic Surges like puts a lot on the table.
I'm
like,
so excited.
So much on the table. Like with Hex Heist, which was my first campaign for those who haven't gathered that already, by the way we talk about it. With Hex Heist, I kind of had to operate within like a realm of reality of like things had to still make sense and not have things just go like right off the rails. But with Wild Magic Surges, there are no rails. It's just free falling, you know. and I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
I want to like be very clear that like I had a idea of what the tone of this would be, and that it was nothing like what I had imagined, and like that's amazing because I thought it was gonna be fantasy high, like we were gonna fight a corn gremlin, like I thought it's like some like we're gonna get a mud monster or something. I thought it was gonna be like funny and stuff like that. But then like, and this isn't a criticism. This is actually like I'm so glad that you did it. The moment where I got to like play the reason for my character was when your NPC was being a little dick. Was when your NPC was being like how men are, how the real world is, and when a woman is not like fitting to the standards of society. And I was like, this is exactly my fucking character. And I had a whole stroke. And I had a whole stroke because I had no idea that this was gonna happen. Like I thought that maybe sometime in the future I would get to be edgy. But like the real world grittiness of that moment was so real to me, and I like loved it. I was just like super in love with it. And then like in the next moment, we had like kidnappers who didn't know how to kidnap. Like it was so good, and I loved every second of it.
Yeah, bro, I'm ready for shit to get dark, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm ready for shit to get dark. Like I say I don't want it because like when it actually gets dark and we're going through it, I'm gonna be like, oh man, like things aren't good right now. But like I'm ready for it, man. I'm so ready.
I'm excited. It's gonna be real neat. It's gonna be a lot of like, I want things to be like exciting, and things that like I haven't really tried before. I want the encounters to be more than just like, I don't want any encounter to feel like the one that I did before in like a previous session. So I'm gonna see what I can do for you guys. I'm gonna see what I can do for
Yeah,
you guys.
and what are you looking forward to? Without spoiling anything, what are you looking forward to?
Man, I don't know. I think what excites me about every new campaign that starts is how the party gets together. Like how the party like becomes the party rather than just like 4 players who are sharing the spotlight at the same time. Like I'm really excited to kind of see that. I'm excited to explore, like we got little teasers and tidbits and just like one line one-offs of your guys' backstories, but I'm really excited to kind of like dive into that and see what makes you guys tick, what puts you guys in the positions that you are, and all of that. I'm really excited to see all that stuff happen.
Yeah, I really just love our chemistry too, because like we've played D&D together in a few other campaigns as well. So it's just like our chemistry is just like it's already there out of character. So like in character, at first, we gotta have the getting together, but once we get there, oh my God, it's gonna like our chemistry is just gonna lock in. It's gonna be so great.
Hey, and can I just acknowledge that like this campaign is technically a time where you and your character and my character are not immediately on the same side or like immediately friends. So like I like me getting to antagonize you is like the most fun thing.
It's such a novelty.
Yeah, it's such a novelty. Like being
it's the
real,
frontier.
and getting Dev to be like the stickler, the kind of like the monotone, the even dude, and like me being to like, I get to poke you and annoy you, like I get to, yeah.
That's usually my job, man.
Bro, and I love it. And now I know why you do it so much. I love this shit. It's such a good feeling. I'm so excited.
Fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, what did I get myself into?
Bro.
You know what you got yourself into.
We'll open the next 15 minutes of this. I knew I was going to say this was 20 minutes, but I knew as soon as I went live, I was like, this is not going to be 20 minutes. We'll open the next 15 minutes of this to, I guess, any questions in chat. If any of you guys want to type in chat a question for us to answer, that's fine too. But any questions in chat? Anything you guys want to talk about? Any other topics you guys want to talk about?
Do I have to type it in chat?
No, you can just talk about it.
Okay.
No, yeah,
Jordan,
okay.
I didn't know what kind of personality Elsie was going to have until you started talking. And I was so pleasantly surprised because she had a certain personality, which was like kind of reserved, like in our play test session, in our chemistry test. And I was like, oh, she's going to be like the good girl mayor. Like, yeah, so she's looking for adventure, but she's like in this kind of more like withdrawn kind of state. And having Elsie start in the middle of some shit and having Elsie be like, you know what? No, you can't fuck with me. Please let me go. Like, I will bite you. Like, I was like, oh my God, I love this energy. This is an amazing, this is like so much more like, there's so much more room for like growth here. And I'm like, oh my God, is she like this all the time? Like, oh, is she like adventurous? Is she chaotic? Is she like me? Like, will I be able to adopt her? Um,
Mom friend?
and then I immediately was like, yeah, no, I can't adopt her,
Party
but maybe
mom.
we can,
Party
be
mom. There it
friends.
is.
Maybe
Party
we can
mom
just
is
be
happening.
buddies. Maybe we can be buddies.
The party mom is happening, people. It's
Maybe we can be
happening.
buddies. But Jordan, that was fucking crazy. Did you know exactly what her personality is, or was when you were going in?
So the idea that I pitched to Map was, or a Victim Insomnium, was in Destiny 2, there's a character named Elizabeth who discovers a magic ability and then has to deal with like the consequences of that. I was like, okay, I want to take that concept and make it my own character and then have her be like the mayor's daughter, but then just completely kind of flip that trope around where she's really exuberant. She's a lot more outgoing. She's very inquisitive, but she is not the reserved character that just sits back. And I hadn't fully embraced that in the test sessions, but I really want to push myself out of my comfort zone. A lot of my characters have kind of been the more reserved type, and with Elsie, I really don't want to do that again. I want to have a character that's out there that gets into things and is like, hey, you can't do this. What the crap are you doing? And I haven't really had a character that's been like that so far. I'm really excited for this character in this campaign. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
Holy Neotron says, I'm surprised a lot of the party is human. Was that on purpose or coincidental?
I wanted to be
I
hot.
didn't get the memo. I didn't get the memo.
we have three human females and one Leonin male. we were originally a party of 6. It was gonna be 3 males and 3 females. And coincidentally, now that I look back at it, the 3 males were all different types of like animal people. We were gonna have a Yuan-ti and a
deep undertones.
We were gonna have we're gonna have a Yuan-ti, and we are also going to have a what's the raven one? Kenku. That's what it is. We are gonna have a Kenku. And I don't want to talk about it too much in case they show up in future episodes. Maybe I don't know.
Go!
But you know,
I'm ready to peer pressure.
We were going to have them. And they're going to kind of be in our main cast. There's gonna be a 6 and 6. That was about the size of what I ran with Hex Heist. 6 and 6 is a lot to, or 6 and 6, 3 and 3. 6 and 6 would be, that would have been crazy to have to deal with. I probably wouldn't be able to do that. But having 6 players would been a lot to juggle. But I think we would have made it work. But because of scheduling conflicts and such, it didn't work out. They might show up for like a guest star appearance. Which might be a little bit more easier to like work around people's schedules and work around just like party chemistry. But they were going to be a Yuan-ti and Kenku, so we would have had a more even split among the party races and the party composition. But I basically just told them like, hey, you guys can play whatever. It doesn't make sense for you guys to play any aquatic classes, so you guys can't play the fish people or the frog people or the tritons or the merfolk or anything that would have to deal with like a lot of hydration, because you would just straight up die. So that was like the legit, like the only parameters I gave them.
I wanted to be hot.
You could still have been hot as another.
I don't do the Anthro thing, bro. And I also
the thing
like
is, Artie's played a tiefling before, right? So
yeah.
Didn't want to do over.
Listen,
well, I'm a hot Leonin. I feel kind of offensive when you say I want to be
I mean,
hot.
I just like I had a
What do you
very
mean?
like when I said that I wanted to be in this campaign, I had a very like distinct picture of what my character would look like aesthetically, like looking. I had no idea how she would act or what she would be. And she was hot and tall. And that was basically the parameters. And I just, defaulted to human because I'm boring.
I think it's fine. Like my character. Usually I think even in Hex Heist we had well, actually we were all human except for one tiefling. So
no,
our party,
half elf.
Oh
well,
yeah, you were
half.
No, you were variant human. That's all. I don't think.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think.
Yeah,
you were
both my
elf.
parents were.
I thought
half
Chandria was. Oh, Chandria was half elf. Okay.
Chandria was half elf, but that just made Jordan's character.
Oh, that's right. The dad
variant.
was. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I get to explore all the different species because like when I was thinking about Wild Westerns, I was thinking about all the cool desert animals that I could adapt into like the different species races. So that's why we have like Gib the Gila monster, Dragonborn. We have like the Aarakocras who are like falcons, and spoiler alert, Rupert Candor, who was referenced earlier, the other deputy of the town called Fortune, is a vulture Aarakocra. I really enjoyed designing Wallman Clover, our albino rat folk. Like he was one of the first ones that I thought about. Like he was so exciting to make.
Yeah. It suits him.
And then we have a few others. Like we had the tieflings. Like tieflings, I knew were gonna be like a pretty common one because you gotta have those Western devils.
Let's go.
The Torto and the Tortoise, keep an eye out. But I knew that like for Bailey to work properly, I was like, she needs to be someone who has like very definitive freckles that could just be dirt marks, because that was like a major that's a major characterization part of it. But yeah, getting to explore like all the different race variations with the NPCs is like enough for me. Like I was cool with my party being like primarily all human.
I'm actually like really excited for Dev to get immediately attached to Setting Sun, because he has all of the characteristics of Anthony Okami. And that is the sole factor. That would be the sole factor.
So I'm kind of
he is
no
respectful,
spoilers.
He's beautiful, he's a cop. Interesting.
No spoilers, but I'm looking at Setting Sun I'm looking at him kind of, I'm like, because he's new, you know what I'm saying? Like he just came to the town.
As if this is not going to become a buddy cop movie. All right.
No,
you go ahead and tell yourself that. Go ahead.
I'm too old for this.
Once you and Setting Sun start to banter, you're going to fall in love with him. You're going to fall in love with him.
He might be the homie, or he might be my worst enemy. We'll see.
We'll see. He's new blood.
I got $5. You can quote me this. Quote me on this in chat. Just like you can quote me on the fact that I will not become a mom friend this campaign.
You're gonna become a mom friend, baby.
He's totally gonna become a mom friend.
No, I quoted
it.
Clip this. Somebody clip this.
Hold on. And I'm quoting this right now. That Dev is going to basically befriend Setting Sun, and they're going to become besties by the end of this campaign.
Listen, it's gonna be way tougher to get under. Listen, my characters usually have like a heart of something, right? Maybe not gold. It's kind of like a heart, not a heart of gold,
like a heart of silver.
But Bishop is a
heart
bit
full metal.
Okay,
I mean that's the precious
different.
metal of Vainsworth.
He's a lot different. Bishop is a lot different. It's going to take a lot to kind of get under his skin, because he's already in a position.
It's going to take a lot to take me away from you.
What?
It's going to take a lot for you to take me away from you.
Listen, bro.
Am I quoting Africa, or am I quoting Oceans to Oceans?
Oh
Who
my
That's
knows?
gosh.
exactly.
Why do you
Well,
ruin
see,
things like that?
we can't quote Ocean to Ocean because of Wild Magic West. We
Do
haven't seen
not
all
bring
of them.
That's
Pitbull
true.
into this talkback.
Oh my,
Do
no,
not
We
please.
leave
also
him out
can't
of
play
this.
Oceans to Oceans because I don't want to get
It's
DMCA.
copyright. It's
Now,
copyright.
you're lucky my name is Bishop is not and not Pitbull.
Not
Because,
Pitbull.
I thought Pitbull was the second name
Leona
that I
named
suggested.
Pitbull.
We would have
Yeah,
made it some
Pitbull
adaptation
was
that
the
he could be
second
like a
You
name.
coyote
fucking
sort of like
clown.
person. Mr.
His
World.
last name Dale.
Mr.
I
Worldwide.
fucking
I
hate
was
See,
I
Leo
was like
knows what
I
it
was
is.
like I was I think one of the things that like really threw me this session was when Artie brought up oceans and I was like, oh man.
What?
I was like, yeah, those just
I
can't be
never
real.
had talk.
Yeah, you were like, I have to think about how big this world is and how long it's been since someone's seen an ocean and how
I was gonna say like
NPC
no one
about
knows
it.
oceans. Oceans like I was ready for him to just be like, I don't even know what oceans are.
Listen,
Man, I actually can't wait until y'all see a little bit of Bishop's like dumb side. Like he's not an idiot, right? But like he's gonna have some moments where y'all are gonna be like, "What?" Like,
Come again?
because he's not like super educated, right?
Mhm.
He's just like street smart, and he just learned what he learned on the job, and so he does his best. But like, there are certain times where he's gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" Because freaking Alice already said salacious. That's one of the first words she said. He's gonna look at her like, "Why are you using these big words? Can you please not use those?"
I cannot wait.
let's
I
talk.
cannot wait for Soche to introduce, like formally introduce herself to Bishop.
Oh my god!
I'm ready for that.
Please spell your name for the police report.
You're gonna hate because there's an X and then there's
Oh,
a Z in her last name.
What
Easy.
the hell is this? Oh, her last name? Hold on. What's the last name again?
Salazar.
Oh
That
my
one's a
god.
little easier.
He's
That
gonna
one's
have
that one's a
easier,
little
but there's a
easier.
Z.
That one's a little
Nah,
phonetic.
he's gonna have a stroke. He's gonna have a stroke. Stop.
He's gonna be like, where the
Stop.
fuck did you come
Caesar.
Why don't you write down your own name here, right here?
Suche Caesar. Suche
from? You,
Caesar.
I will
We're
cut
okay.
off his fingers.
Suture Caesar. But yeah. Any other final notes to talk about?
A stroke. Probably a heat stroke.
True.
I don't know. I can't wait to fall in love with Mari's character and a hot cowboy, and be in a throuple. So
Well,
those are my
she's
goals.
a hot cowgirl, so.
You can also clip that. Those are my goals for the rest of this campaign. There could be a main plot, but that's not what I'm going to be pursuing.
My goal is to be as hard as I can before I eventually befriend somebody.
Off of this, like,
Setting's
third
fun.
Be as
episode.
tough as I
Setting's
can.
fun. It's gonna be something fun.
Can be one of you guys.
Yeah, it could be one of
I'm
you
not
guys.
gonna be his friend. What do you mean?
But for right
He's a
now, yeah.
cop.
Alice was like, "Yeah, I'm okay too. Like, who cares about you? Like, this is the mayor's daughter right here, man."
Man. No love.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in for the talkback. This will also be published at the same time as when I get around to publishing the VOD of our first episode. It's been an outstanding first episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Our next episode will be August 11th?
11.
August 11th, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and sometime in the early morning for our European friends. So I'll see you guys on the YouTube or on the whatever else we publish this on.
Facebook?
Facebook? No, definitely not. Definitely not. No way. No way. No way on Facebook. I mean, unless Facebook, if Facebook wants to like, like hire us or something, like I'll take an exclusive Facebook contract if we get paid for it. But
We're getting, wait, I thought we were getting paid.
if we
You're
are
getting
getting paid, I did not get that memo either.
Who's getting paid?
This is like the same thing that happened with the bounty for Elsie. There's no getting paid. This is just a matter of life and death.
I have it right here.
But thanks so much for joining in. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night.